3, 2, 1, let's do this. Hi, my name is Monica Cho, and on this channel we talk about fragrances. So if you're interested in that topic, press that subscribe button and let's get on with today's video. Today we're talking about 10 sexiest designer fragrances for men. Remember, I link all the fragrances down in the description below because, you know, French names, they're kind of hard to spell if you don't know French. So I have done my top 10 sexiest fragrance list for men and I link it in the little tab here. But some of these fragrances I have repeated, not many though, from that list because it was a mix of niche and designer, but there's loads of new ones too. So stay tuned. Number 1, we've got the Aqua PERFUME for men. And I'm going to spray it on me. Ooh, that sprayer. And this is one of those aquatic fragrances that I think are really sexy, like shower fresh type of fragrance. And this is so good. This is like an aquatic fragrance with loads of citruses. Patchouli also. I find the patchouli note in this quite strong. Also, this is a stronger version of the normal Aqua from Giorgio Armani. This is so sexy. It smells lovely. It is perfect for like day-to-day fragrance. It's a classic. You can't go wrong with this. Everybody will like it. It is just a perfect like day-to-day kind of fragrance. Sexy as hell. Yep, number 1, Aqua PERFUME from Giorgio Armani. Next fragrance is Aqua Cool On from Bulgari, and this fragrance I featured also in my 5 top masculine fragrances for men, but this is, I just have to feature it in this one too because it's incredibly sexy. It's again one of those shower fresh fragrances that I actually saw that after my last video I think 3 of you purchased this, so I mean thank you so much. Like, it's awesome to see that. I love seeing what you guys liked me talking about the most, and I feel like this fragrance is just so good. I said in that video that this fragrance performs very, very well with like sweaty kind of weather because it mixes incredibly with body chemistry. So it's incredibly sexy, incredibly fresh, perfect kind of summer fragrance. It smells again aquatic. If you look at this bottle, it looks like a pebble. It's kind of salty too. Kind of smells salty, aquatic. And next up, we've got a tiniest little bottle. Look how cute it is. If you're listening to this on my podcast, link down below. This is just the tiniest 30 milliliter bottle of Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct for Men. And this fragrance is such a good cheapie. I got it on sale for like £19. Again, this fragrance is the fresh type of fragrance, similar to the 2 mentioned before this. This is a fruity, aquatic sort of scent. It's got melon, it's got some citrus notes in it too. It's a very pleasant, very sexy kind of summer scent, but also I feel like with summer scents, they are good for day to day because who doesn't like to feel fresh and look good? This fragrance is just such a good cheapie. Don't mean it in a bad way. This does not smell cheap at all. It actually smells like quite designer, to be honest. And I just really, really like it. Just to specify, designer for me means that all the designers that I'm mentioning, they're doing something more than just fragrances. So they have fashion houses, they have leather goods or whatever it might be. They had that before going into scents. So that's what I mean by a designer fragrances, just if you didn't know. It kind of smells like summer, fresh, tonic drink with ice and some citruses. It's very easy, kind of sweet, but not cloyingly sweet. Very fresh, fruity sweet. The bottle is really cool. You will smell great. Every girl will like you smelling this. This is such a good starting off fragrance because it's not that expensive and it's super, super sexy. Next, we've got a fragrance that I don't actually have with me here. It is Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. My gosh, this fragrance is so addictive. I love lavender fragrances, okay, for men especially, lavender, and I love tobacco, and this is a combination of those two notes. You can't stop smelling it. It's almost like a lavender sleep spray. Like, it is incredibly soft and cozy, so classy too. I don't smell it on anybody, to be honest. I haven't smelled it in a long while, since my husband stopped wearing it for a bit, but I want him to get back to it because that fragrance is so incredibly sexy. It's perfect for hugs, and it's perfect for a more like close encounter because it doesn't have really large projection, but it does have long-lasting juice. It is excellent. I think it really should be looked at more because Dolce & Gabbana, I like that house. This fragrance, it's just awesome. I really want you guys to smell it. It's so addictive. I just can't. I really want to buy it again for especially if you can get your hands on like one of the first formulations with the sticker on the bottle, not the writing. It is excellent. So Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Next, a repeated individual scent from Chanel. This is a classic. I cannot omit this one, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum from the Sexiest designer list, because this is just too good. I've told you that before, that if you wear this, every girl will just like follow you around. Girls, I know girls who have bought themselves this perfume after their boyfriend like left or broke up with them. It is an excellent scent. It is simple. I don't really have to tell you how it smells because everybody kind of knows. It's a fresh kind of citrusy smell. It is very manly. It is very assertive manly, and I love it. So Bleu de Chanel. Next is another fragrance that my husband used to wear, and of course I bought it for him because he's very lucky and he gets loads of fragrances from me. It's YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. I cannot explain it. I literally cannot explain it, but I will tell you every single girl loves that fragrance. But it's even more than the Chanel, Bleu de Chanel. It's just awesome. It's a totally like lavender cardamom fragrance. It's got the coziest feel to it. It's kind of sweet, it's spicy. You want to hug everybody that is wearing it. It's incredibly sexy. And if I was telling a guy to get his first designer fragrance, I would probably just go for that one because nobody can hate it. And I dare you to find somebody who hates it because that fragrance, it's just the best and it's designer. So YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Boom. We've got Allure Homme Sport Eau Extrême. This fragrance again could not be omitted from my list. Chanel in general, they're a great house. And this fragrance, it is a bit overdone. I feel like everybody kind of knows about it, but it's just undeniably good, so sexy. I always tell people that for me this smells like Monaco yacht show and expensive yachts and guys who have a lot of money and they're wearing a white kind of shirt, maybe a fedora. This smells like mint, mandarin and tonka bean. It's the most beautiful note combination. It's got great projection. It's a soft kind of fragrance, but it's still a bit fresh. Perfect day to day too. I feel like this is a great starter fragrance too. So sexy. I want to be surrounded by people who smell like this. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extrême. There has to be a place for Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb Extreme version. And this fragrance is one of the best tobacco fragrances that I have smelled, and tobacco is one of my favorite notes, and cinnamon is another of my favorite notes, and these are the two combined together in this beautiful fragrance that kind of, this is a designer take on Herod from Parfum de Marly. I think it's along the same scent line. So if you enjoy Spice Bomb from Viktor and Rolf, give Herod a try too. They're both excellent and one of my favorites, like 10 out of 10 fragrances. Sexiest, just coziest. Extreme version of Spice Bomb also lasts a bit longer. It's an improvement on the original Spice Bomb, so definitely get yourself the one with the orange middle stripe with Spice Bomb on it. Incredibly sexy. Again, it's it's more of a warmer weather kind of fragrance. It's a bit more cozy, a bit more sweet, a bit more winter weather appropriate, if you will. I cannot tell you a person that dislikes this fragrance. Again, these are all fragrances that are extremely popular with girls, and I'm that person that like sprays fragrances on my arms, and to my friends I'm like, do you like this one? Do you like this one? Do you like this one? They literally know me for this. So this is again one of the best, sexiest fragrances. Get your nose on it and thank me later. Spice Bomb Extreme from Viktor and Rolf. Next to last fragrance I'm going to talk about is the classic. Dior Homme Parfum. What's up with this being so hard to get? If you know anything about this, tell me. From my information, this fragrance is extremely hard to get, but my recommendation on getting this fragrance is actually asking the sales assistant at Dior to put you on a waiting list, or actually ask them if they have it, because in the UK at least I have never seen this out on display. It's always in the shelves, so I always ask like, do you have this, do you have that? And I succeeded basically. They had one. My sales associate at Dior said that they get one every couple of months. It's very rare they get one, so I'm not sure if Dior is trying to limit how many of them are going out, because they're planning to discontinue this. But this is one of my favorite flankers of Dior Homme. It is incredibly sexy, guys, and it's a beast. It is a beast. Whoa, and the sprayer. Wow. This smells like iris and leather. If you don't like iris, still try this fragrance, because to me, it's not the iris that kind of smells like lipstick and paper. This is a cozy, leathery iris that is so powdery and so sexy and so thick. It is incredibly thick and powerful. Also, this to me is a bit more of a formal wintry fragrance. This would be perfect for like tux kind of evening or weather. This is so special. It's a bit citrusy too. I just love the freshness and the syrupiness of this fragrance. It's unbeatable. You don't smell fragrances like this very often. This is one of my favorites, like top, even from out of niche houses. This designer fragrance could be a niche fragrance. It's that good. It is a masterpiece. If you can get your hands on this fragrance, get it. I saw it available on John Lewis, so if you've got somebody in the UK that can buy it for you online, it's available online at the moment, and I've bought it at Debenhams, and I just had to ask the sales associate to get it for me, because she was like, oh, we might have some, but we don't ever get them in stock anymore. So I think something is definitely going on, but I hope Dior is not discontinuing this and they're just playing with us to make it more exclusive. Wow. This is just so good. Wow. It's so sexy, so manly, powerful. I'm glad I got you. Last fragrance, but definitely not least, is one that you guys recommended to me down in the comments. This fragrance, oh my gosh, this last fragrance, oh my gosh, my arm is just full of men's fragrances. I smelled it a while back and I really enjoyed it, but I forgot about it, and then one of you mentioned it in the comments under my 10 top sexiest fragrances, and I was like, my gosh, this fragrance, I need to go and get it because it's really good. This is the black version. They've got a couple, the silver and the green one. So this is the black. It's called Icon Elite Eau de Parfum. It's very, very masculine, very sexy. Look at this, the packaging is really, really cool too, although the cap doesn't really close properly. don't know if it's only my bottle, but they should definitely fix it. And this is a designer fragrance. If any of you are going to say, no, it's not a designer, they do leather goods. So this fragrance kind of smells like suede. It's very dry to my nose. It's a vetiver fragrance to my nose too. So it's kind of suede vetiver fragrance with some citrus in it. Also got some cardamom, but that note is kind of, it's not that pronounced in this fragrance. I can't smell it that much. It's tiny bit spicy like that, well, like cardamom. And I like vetiver for this powerful, sexy men fragrances because they really, really stand out and they tell you that, yeah, I'm a man, I'm like sexy, I know what I want. It's a very confident sort of scent if you want to project that. Not sexy in the sweet way like some of these other fragrances. This is sexy as in powerful, sexy, manly. Very, very simple sort of scent, but again, this cannot be disliked. Thank you for recommending that fragrance to me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more videos, and that also lets me know that you like seeing those videos and I can make more and more and more and more. I'm going to read one of my favorite comments from last video, because if you didn't know, I always read one of your comments from my previous video just to, you know, give back, shout out your comment. So if you want to be featured, press that subscribe button and notification bell and comment on this video. My favorite comment is from Fozil Sohibov. Bleu de Chanel is the best perfume. I love it a lot and using since 2013. That's a long time. Really honest review. Thank you. Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you so much for being part of my community. I post videos every Monday and Friday, and remember, if you love it, you can wear it. So whatever the fragrance label says, you can still wear whatever you want. Tell me which designer fragrance is your favorite down in the comments, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.